Today, let's look at Microsoft Forms and explore everything you need to know to create powerful forms, surveys, and quizzes from scratch. We'll start by accessing Microsoft Forms. There are two main ways to get started. First, sign in with your university account if you are not already. Head to the waffle menu on Office 365. Then select Forms. This is the direct home of Microsoft Forms. It gives you instant access to your existing forms and buttons to start a new form or quiz. You can also create a form from your OneDrive homepage. In the top left corner, click the plus symbol or the Create or Upload button. Then choose Form Survey from the list. It works the same way and links directly to your forms library. It will be a form opposed to a quiz, however, if you go this route. Once you've created a new form, the first thing you'll want to do is give your form or quiz a title and description. Click on Untitled Form at the top of the page to begin editing the field. When you have finished editing a field in Forms, click the blank space to the left or right of the form itself to close the field. Next, you will want to add questions. Microsoft Forms offers a variety of question types, each with their own options. Click the Quick Start With button to see the options. Choice questions are multiple choice and can be set to allow either one answer or multiple answers. You can add options using the Add Option button. And you can remove options by hovering over them and then clicking the bin icon. Or use the arrows to move them up and down in the list. You can also shuffle the order of choices to keep things fair if you have selected multiple answers. There is also the option to provide an image for each answer by clicking the thumbnail icon on the end of each option. And finally, there is the option to add an Other field. This will let the respondents respond to the choice question with their own answer, similar to the text question we will look at next. All question types, however, will also have the option to be required. This means the responder must answer the question to proceed through the form to submission. This is handy if you want to ensure that respondents answer before moving forward. To add another question, click the Add New Question button. Next, we'll look at text. Text questions are great for open-ended responses. You can keep them short, or toggle the long answer option for more detailed input. Rating questions let your respondents give feedback using stars or numbers. You can change the maximum value and choose between different symbols. If you use numbers, make sure to label your scale, for example, very poor to very good, as otherwise it might not be clear to the respondent which is which. You can enable labels by clicking the ... menu and clicking Label. Date questions allow your users to pick from a calendar, making it easy to capture deadlines or event preferences. Ranking questions let people drag and drop options into their preferred order, which is great for prioritizing. Likert questions are used for measuring opinions across scales like agree or disagree. These are especially useful for surveys with multiple items and consistent response scales. They should not be used for individual, unrelated options, however. Each question type includes settings like whether it is required or not, as mentioned earlier. But you can also find more options like subtitles and toggle restrictions for text length or numerical ranges depending on the question. These are generally hidden in the ... menu, so make sure to check out your options if you have specifics in mind. Now let's talk about sections and branching. Sections allow you to break up your form into pages, making it easier to navigate and visually cleaner for longer forms. Click the Add New Question button and select the section option. You can give a section a title and a description if you wish. Branching is where things get really powerful. It lets you send users to different questions or sections based on their answers. So if someone says yes to a question, they can skip ahead, while others continue through more detailed questions. This is useful for logic-based forms and customizing the experience. To access branching, click the ... menu on either a choice question or section. Then select Branching. You will be taken to a new screen where the questions can't be edited, but you will be able to select where in the form each option will take them. As mentioned before, you can branch to a question or section. But be careful not to create a loop that the respondent cannot get out of. Be aware that sections that have branched out carry on to the next section by default. If you do not want that, check the branching of the section and make sure when the section is completed, it is taking the responder to the correct point of the form. Another important feature is file upload. If your form is shared within your organization, you can use the file upload question to collect documents, images, or other files from respondents. This is especially helpful for applications or requests. It will automatically create a folder in your OneDrive where all uploads are stored securely. Once your form is built, you'll want to test it out. Click the Preview button to see exactly how it will look to others. You can toggle between computer and mobile views to make sure everything looks clean and works smoothly on all devices. If you're happy with your form, click the Back button to return to editing. Now you're ready to share your form and collect responses. Click the Collect Responses button to get your shareable link. You can copy this link or generate a QR code for quick mobile access. You can also shorten the link if needed. If you're sending this form out in an email, write the text you wish the link to be displayed as. For instance, click here to complete the form. Highlight the text and use the Insert Link option to create a clean hyperlink. Paste the link into the address bar and press OK. Microsoft Forms also gives you control over who can respond. You can choose between people in your organization or anyone with the link. You can also toggle options like one response per person, anonymizing the responses and whether they can edit their response after submitting. If you choose anyone with the link, names of the respondents won't be captured unless you ask them the question. There are also a few tools which are hidden, for good reason. If you're working with a team, you can also invite others to collaborate on the form. To do this, click the three dots in the top right and choose Collaborate or Duplicate. You can send a collaboration link that gives editing access and direct access to the response data. Or you can create a template link that lets someone else use the form structure without changing your original. They also won't be able to see your responses. Be very careful not to send these links to respondents, as otherwise you could cause a data breach if they access your response data. You can also customize the look of your form using styles. Choose from preset themes or add your own background image and colors to make it match your brand or event. There's even the option for background music, although I'm sure no one ever asked for it. Once responses start coming in, head to the Responses tab. Here you can view a summary of responses with visual charts or click the View Results button to go through individual entries. You can also open the results in Excel for deeper analysis and filtering. This is especially helpful for large datasets or when you need to present your findings to others. Using pivot tables is often one of the fastest ways to work through data to gain meaningful insights, so check out the video on pivot tables in Excel to learn more. Everything is saved in real time so you can monitor responses live as they come in. To learn how to present your form during a live presentation, check out our previous video on using PowerPoint Live with Microsoft Forms. You can click the thumbnail on screen now to watch that walkthrough. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and explore our other Microsoft 365 tutorials.